Hi everyone, how are you? It's Karen and Alex with Karen's Stamping Place. Oh my goodness, what a whirlwind. We just barely made it on. So tonight we are going to be using two wonderful stamp sets. Lots to celebrate. And I'm really not using the other stamp set. I'm using the using this stamp set, Lots to Celebrate, with the coordinating punch. This is in the new holiday catalog. It's the August through December mini. And then I'm using Snowflake Wishes as well, but I'm mostly using the die cuts from Snowflake Wishes.
Yeah.
So, hit your nose there for a minute. So one of the wonderful things is it's fun to find stamp sets that coordinate, that you can put together and use. I love doing that.
Yeah.
And other products. So I'm not necessarily using the whole suite tonight of product from the Snowflake.
Splendid Snowflake Splendor.
I've got to remember that. So I'm adding in other products as well. So one of the things that I love is the Designer Series paper. And I can't wait to show you that. As soon as Alex pushes us down, I will show you the Snowflake paper. It's actually called Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. Isn't this just gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I just absolutely love this Designer Series paper. Each side has such a unique, different print and background to it. You can tell it's been well loved. We've used quite a bit of it.
Yes.
But I'm going to show you. Look at this one. This is what I was just showing you. That's the first one. Okay, look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? A nice, stormy, dark night.
Yeah.
Alex was saying you could use this with the Well Done stamp set.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the other side. It's just lots of snowflakes.
I really like that one. Hi, Donna. Hi, Mom.
Hi, guys. Look at this one with the pool party and the Highland Heather. Oh,
I love the
absolutely
splatters.
gorgeous. Oh, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one we found out you can cut these out with your die cuts, these snowflakes, which I think is really great to have another way to use your die cuts and you don't have to stamp all the time. I really love when Stampin' Up! Does that. And look at this one. It's kind of tie-dyed, kind of like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of something from the 60s, like peace, love.
Kind of got a watery tie-dye look.
Yeah.
Watercolor tie-dye.
And then this one, oh, it's just so gorgeous. I just love this one. I don't know what we're going to do with that. I could see this as a scrapbooking page. Beautiful, beautiful scrapbooking page. Okay, so that every pack of Designer Series paper, you get 2 sheets of each.
Mm-hmm.
And I've really just gone through and used quite a bit. So has Alex. Look at this one. So gorgeous. Lots of little snowflakes. And it just looks like water falling on it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just gorgeous. And again, more snowflakes.
I think the colors that they chose to put in this pack just really bring home winter.
It does.
And snowflakes.
Look at this one with the Highland Heather and the Pacific Point. Just gorgeous. Oh, and this is the paper I'm using tonight for the card. Mm-hmm. Again, gorgeous. And the colors that coordinate with this are Balmy Blue. And I should tell you this, everyone. On the back of your Designer Series paper pack, Stampin' Up! Also puts what colors coordinate with your Designer Series paper. So you don't want to lose this piece. You kind of want to keep it with your Designer Series paper. So you have a quick reference. So this one has Balmy Blue, Coastal Cabana, Highland Heather, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Pool Party, and Whisper White. Gorgeous colors. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. you know, I kind of got started too fast there, but I still, oh, you know, I wanted to let you all know, this is our holiday catalog. This is our August to December mini. We're
So excited.
kind of a little squished, but that's okay. I just want to let you know, if you do not have a demonstrator and you would like to have a catalog, please just send me a message, let me know. I'm more than happy to send one of these to you. I also have our annual catalog that I could pop in the mail as well. I would love to do that for you. Okay. Also, right now we have what is known as bonus days going on. If you spend $50, you can receive a $5 coupon. With that $5 coupon in August, you get to spend that $5 coupon on anything you wish. And so I forgot also to put up my host code. I do have a host code somewhere.
Yes.
Alex will put that up. If you would like to place an order, please use this host code. And then if your order exceeds $150, please don't use the host code. Please be your own hostess. You will get $15 in free product. And then you will also get 3 $5 coupons. And you can spend $15, or you can get $15 next month in free product. That's awesome. I love that. Okay. Enough house cleaning. I'm sure you're ready to see us make this card. This is the card we're going to make today. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh,
Yes.
just look at the colors and how vibrant. So remember, I'm using Lots to Celebrate and the dies from Snowflake Wishes. Okay. So first of all, we cut a card base at 5.5 by 8.5, and we scored it at 4 1/4. Okay, and we cut the card base out of Misty Moonlight.
Yes. And that's one of the in colors right now, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's a gorgeous in color. And then for the designer series paper, I cut this at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And we'll put all these measurements in the description so you all don't have to rewatch the video 1,000 times to get them. I then cut the Whisper White layer at 5 7/8 and 4 1/8. And then we used our stitched circles.
Stitch shapes.
Stitched shapes. Okay. I knew it had shapes in there.
Yeah.
So we used our stitched shape circle dies to cut these out, okay? And I cut 2 of them, and I'll show you why in just a minute. And then, let's see. We are going to cut in a couple snowflakes. And I'm using, like I said, the die cuts. Okay, so I'm taking my jar punch, and I'm going to punch. Nope, I'm doing that wrong. Okay. Hold on. Back that train up. First thing I'm going to do is stamp my jar. Okay. So the first thing I want to do, and I'm going to use this one, I think it just looks a little better. First thing I want to do is just stamp my jar on the circle. Okay. I'm using photopolymer, so I'm giving it a chance to absorb into the paper without causing those little hairs that you can sometimes get. Okay, and then there's a post-it note back behind there, the iPad right there. I need a post-it note.
Oh, yes,
Thank
there
you.
are.
Because these are a little bit small to get into the punch. So if you just use a post-it note to hold it like a handle, then you can get that right in there, and you can get a good punch on it. Okay, so I just want to get it nice and centered, and see, it just punches out like unbelievably nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to take this stitch circle and line it up on top of the other one. And I'm going to take my jar. I can pull that piece of yellow off.
I like the Post-it note.
It's a very helpful tip, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm going to just take some liquid glue. Probably got a little too much, so I'm going to just kind of spread it out with my tip of the glue. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that jar and I'm going to set it right back down inside the punched out piece. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure it fits right inside. Okay. And everything, it'll be snug, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take this piece and just lift it off. Okay. And then I just want to make sure that I can put this over the top and everything's right in place. Yep. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to do is get a dome, just so I don't forget this part. So we have a coordinating shaker dome to go with our punch. I love that Stampin' Up! Has coordinated this for us. It just makes making shaker cards so much easier. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how much I love coordination.
Right? It's really nice.
It really helps us get the projects done a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got to take,
And it makes for a nice cohesive finish.
I'm just taking the top layer of sticky, the cover of the sticky, and just taking that off, and then I'm going to put my jar dome in there. And I probably should have, I can just see it now, I should have lifted this up just a little higher, my punch, because I've got a little bit of jar dome showing.
Oh,
I'm going to see if I can trim that real quick.
oh, but that was just
Perfect.
That was hardly anything.
No, it was, but you still saw it, and
Yeah,
so
you're gonna see it because it's going on a darker card base.
yeah, so that's gonna go over the top, just like that. Okay, the next step I want to do is stamp our little snowflakes. I always like something solid in the background of a shaker.
Yeah, so that you can see the sequins better.
Yeah. And so, I don't know if you can see it, but I have those little snowflakes stamped in there. So I'm going to do that first. Okay. And I kind of did it at an angle. I'm just going to let that ink transfer, and then I'm going to pick it up. Okay, now I'm going to stamp the Season's Greetings in Misty Moonlight.
I love Misty Moonlight.
No, I do too.
It's a very pretty
Oh
color.
my gosh. I'm glad it just started and we've got 2 years with it.
I know. It's a little bit lighter than Night of Navy,
Yeah.
but it layers really well with Night of Navy. It plays really well with it.
Okay guys, I'm gonna pull this out for just a second. Make sure I'm getting everything straight. I don't want a crooked sentiment. Okay. Pray that it's straight.
Ooh.
Oh, that turned out really good. Really
Yeah.
good. Woohoo! It's hard when you're stamping so far away
Yes.
from your hands. Okay, so I'm going to give that a second to dry there. And while that's drying, I'm just going to go ahead and sorry, honey, die cut my 2 snowflakes. I have to say, I'm so excited. Demonstrators on August 4th get to pre-order the new die cut and emboss machine. We won't have to hide so much when we're lifting it because we're afraid we're gonna hurt each other. So anyways, ours is gonna be portable and it's gonna have sides.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I got a tickle. It's gonna have sides that you can fold down, so it won't be as cumbersome as this one is. Now I know I had a scrap of Whisper White and Mango Melody. Mango Melody. Whisper White and Misty Moonlight.
Mango Melody, Misty Moonlight.
Oh my goodness, too many
no.
to remember. Okay, so I'm gonna put my Whisper White die cut there.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna just take a little bit of a corner here and put my Misty Moonlight die cut. I'm gonna pull this back out, put my cutting mat on top.
And you know, the stamps for this kind of have a watercolor look to it too.
And I apologize if there's a bad noise in the background. I totally forgot to turn my air conditioning unit off. So let us know if that's too annoying and we will absolutely turn it off. Now I'm running these through twice. It's just a habit I have. Alex, would you? And it's quite heavy. I must say that Big Shot is quite heavy. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I learned this tip from another demonstrator. I have this paper, old paper pumpkin box. And when you have die cuts that are kind of intricate, you can take, I have my take your pick tool with the brush end, and I'm gonna take and just kind of roll that over, and that's gonna help me release my pieces from my die cut. And it's also gonna release the pieces that I don't need anymore. Okay, so
Donna says she can't hear it. You're fine.
Oh, good. Thank you, sis. Okay, and so I'm gonna do my second snowflake. I'm just gonna run it over the die. Okay, and then we'll just pull these out. They're a little bit fragile. I don't want to break it. I don't want to have to bring that Big Shot up here again. So if you have a part that doesn't release, you can take, you can take your paper piercing end on the take your pick tool, and you can just poke those little holes, and that should release the pieces. Okay? All right. We're kind of having a little internet trouble. I hope it fixes itself, but I might speed up a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna take our shaker dome, and we're going to take our snowflake sequins, and I'm just going to make a pile of them on the middle of the stamped image. Okay, that way I know my dome will fit over the top of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pulling off the sticker, and then I'm going to get my liquid glue. I'm going to let Alex worry about the nickel end. And I'm just going to add some liquid glue on the sides because it's deep enough down at the bottom. I don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to gently lay this over the top, making sure everything lines up. And the nice thing about the liquid glue is I can shift it if I need to a little bit. Okay? So right here I see a little problem, darn it. And it's not the liquid glue that's holding it back. It's the shaker sticky.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's okay because I can just take my scissors wherever I just put them. Black handled scissors right here.
It's amazing how often you lose stuff when it's right in front of you.
I mean, right in front of you.
It happens when you're crafting.
It does. So the nice thing is you won't see the one in back. So I'm just gonna trim that off. Okay, easy. I can now take this piece of Designer Series paper, and I'm just gonna use my liquid glue since it's here. Gotta get it over there. And I'm just going to adhere it down to the white layer. And the one thing, since I'm doing an 8, I know I can't see where it's going right now. And I have a little bit better way to look at it with the liquid glue. I can kind of just move it around and make sure everything's going where I want it to go. Okay, now I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. Now I have the Stampin' Seal Plus. You do not have to have the Stampin' Seal Plus to do this. I do only because my Stampin' Seal ran out and I have been too lazy to fill it up today. I'm taking our Snowflake Splendor ribbon and I'm just going to put a little piece across the middle. Kind of the middle, not exactly 100% the middle. It could be a little bit low, high. Ooh, could be way off. Okay, I might have to move that down a little bit. So we don't know what's happening. If you guys can't see us, let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Why don't you give us a comment? Let us know what's happening out there in video land. We'd love to hear what you guys are doing in July, at the end of July, right now when it's so hot. Are you all stamping, staying indoors?
Oh, I like the ribbon on that. That is so pretty.
It is. I'm just having trouble keeping that one down, but I'm gonna have it glued down here in a second. It just doesn't want to stay on that for some reason. So I, again, just using my liquid glue. And it'll be glued down in just a second. So whoop, that side's popping up now. Okay. All right.
It is a rather stiff ribbon.
It is. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm just adhering that down. I don't see the lid for that, so that's okay. All right, now I'm gonna, oh, I need it anyways. Okay. I'm going to adhere this snowflake up in the corner. Now this is a little bit of a flashy, blingy card. We all like to have some flashy, blingy cards, but it's not difficult. Very, very easy card to make.
Donna says, we hesitate every once in a while, but looks good and that you know what she's doing.
I do know what you're doing. Having a very, very busy summer. Okay, so that's down. Now I'm going to take dimensionals because I just want to give this piece a pop. Well, I glued it flat the last time. I'm going to glue it flat again.
It does have a bit of a lift. Like you're going to have to create a 3D envelope.
Or put it on, ooh, I know what I can show you next week. We can make a gift bag.
Oh.
And I can show you how to put this card on there.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Okay. All right, so I'm just gluing that down. Okay. Yeah, it's too much dimensional, so. All right.
Yeah.
Let me show you. I have my
Those are so pretty.
blue. Okay, let's read it. Maybe I can get it straight. Blue adhesive back gems. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a little darker color this time instead of a light one. Now I have my paper piercing tool. Instead of lifting it with the spatula end, I'm just going to give it a push, and then it's going to stick right into the putty. It removes the glue with the...
And the colors?
With the blue adhesive back gem. Sorry. Yes. Now go ahead.
No, the colors are balmy blue and night of navy.
Ooh, look at that one. Isn't that pretty?
That is really pretty.
Okay.
The facets are so pretty on it.
All right, so now I'm going to take that stiff ribbon.
Which is iridescent and pretty.
I was just trying to get that mouthful out.
Oh, no.
Such a mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just making a little bow with this, and like Alex said, this is a stiff ribbon, but it sure is gorgeous. Oh, I'm gonna have to order a couple more spools of this ribbon.
It holds the bow shape very well.
It really does. And look, you can puff them. Let me pull that down just a tad. It's a little big. But you can puff them up and it holds it.
Yeah. Poof.
It's so cool. Now I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere this. And I'm going to grab a second one because I'm going to need it here in a second, and I'll show you why. And I just want to put that right at the top. And we have one other embellishment that I'm going to use tonight. We have lots more than just this. But this came with another suite of product. But oh my gosh, it just really made the card when we did this tonight.
She has had some tongue twisters.
I know, right? This is our glitter star ornaments.
They're so pretty.
So I guess I just need to keep saying that. Blue backed adhesive gems. Blue backed adhesive gems. Okay, so